Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I am back with another foundation review. If you guys follow me on Instagram, you already have seen me talk about this on my Instagram stories. So today we're going to be reviewing the new Guerlain foundation. They literally sent me a single shade in this foundation range. So what we're gonna do is, you guys know me as someone who has dry skin. I want to see if this foundation is going to be dry skin friendly, how it's going to wear on my skin. I'm really curious to see how it works for me. I've never tried this foundation before, and also I want to mention that this video is not sponsored by them, so I'm giving you guys my complete honesty and how I feel about this product. Like, they were just nice enough to send it to me to try it out. So let's dive into this review. When they sent me over the foundations, they sent a little guide about the foundations to tell me a little more about it. So on the back, they said that the foundation retails for $65. They also sent me this little foundation brush, and that retails for $60. Now, the foundation has already launched in Sephora on February the 15th, so it's already there if you guys want to go check it out. But it's going to be launching everywhere else from March the 15th. So when I was reading more about the foundation, it says it instantly lets your skin breathe, hydrates, balances, and protects your skin from pollution. It also says that it's supposed to give you a 16-hour glow, and it comes in 30 shades with 3 different undertones. So the undertones are cool, neutral, and warm. I'm gonna try to show you guys without dropping it. I'm gonna lean it on my shoulder, but this is literally all the shades. So right beside the foundation, it has the Youth Watery Oil, and it counts that as the step 1. So we're gonna use that as a primer, and it says that we should use 2 to 3 drops to obtain a smooth, plumped up, illuminated skin. So we're gonna go with that first as our primer, and then we're gonna go in with foundation. Now, the shade that they gave me in the full size is 04W. So we'll see if this matches my skin. Hopefully it's a perfect match because it is in the full size packaging. But if not, then we can always try to find our match with the other shades that they gave us here. So first, we're gonna start off by using this Youth Watery Oil. I'm so excited about this oil just because you guys know, if you've been watching my videos lately, you know I've been using oils like crazy because of how dry my skin has been since this winter. So I'm all about getting more oil. So that was 1 pump, so I'm gonna do another pump on my hand and just work that into my skin. What I can tell you is that it has a great smell. It smells really, really good. And the consistency is different from other oils I've tried before. Like, it's not super greasy, which I'm really surprised about, but it's really nice. Formula for the oil is really different. It's not super greasy like other oils I've used that just really looks like an oil, you know what I mean? It just seeped into the skin so fast, but it's still giving me a glow. I'm just so tripped out by the formula of this oil, so hopefully it still does everything that the other oils that I normally use, like the Tarte and the Beauty Bakery oils, do. But if it takes away the greasiness and it has the same effect, I'm not mad at it. So we'll see how it holds up. And now I'm gonna go in with the foundation. But first, I kind of want to make sure that it's my shade match. I'm gonna just pump a little bit of the foundation on the back of my hand. And then I'm just gonna take my finger and see if that is a good match. That seems really bright. Just gonna go in with my Sigma flat kabuki brush. It's the F80 brush, and I'm just gonna blend that in to see if that is an actual match for me. Okay, yeah, I think that's way too light, so we're gonna have to go a few shades darker, sadly. Oh my gosh, I was really hoping the full size would be my exact match. Now I'm sad. Okay, the only other warm shade that I see is 5C that I can pull off, but it is a bit dark itself, so I'm gonna mix the two with that foundation that I have from 04W. I'm gonna go ahead and just use that on the back of my hand, and I'm gonna mix the two. I'm just gonna apply a few dots to my face right here where I already applied it. I'm gonna use that brush they gave me actually to work it in. Yeah, I think that's a better fit. When I mix the two, I think that's a better fit. What I have to say though, at first, I thought I wasn't gonna like this brush because it's just so oddly shaped, you know? I've never seen a brush like this in the way the packaging is. What I like about it though is really travel friendly. Like, going anywhere and you need a foundation brush, you could just put the cover and the lid back on it and you have one. But what I do like about it is that it really works the foundation into the skin, so it gives a really natural finish. Lately, I've been kind of gravitating towards back to a really natural sheer finish foundation because back in the day, I never used to even use foundation. I just only used to use tinted moisturizers. So now I'm kind of missing that feel, and I'm loving just to see my skin, just for my skin to actually be apparent when I'm wearing full makeup. I just think it looks so beautiful when you let your skin show through, and for your face to not look so overly caked. So I think this brush is really good for those of you who want to go for that vibe, because it really does like sheer out your foundation. I wouldn't use it if you're looking for something to keep full coverage. Like I would stick with something like the Sigma Kabuki brush if that's the case, if you want to do something like that. So I'm just gonna keep working this into my skin. I just realized that there's some great points about this foundation that I forgot to mention, so I'm just gonna insert it here as a little voiceover. This is the first launch for their L'Essentiel Natural Glow foundation, and it already has 30 shades. So for a first launch, this is really good in regards to like diversity in their shade range. 97% of the ingredients are made from natural ingredients. It actually is infused with white cocoa beans, which is supposed to help with the hydration in your skin, and it's also supposed to help in strengthening your skin barrier. So those are all really cool facts that I thought you guys need to know this about this foundation. So what I've been doing is just taking 2 pumps of number 5C and then just 1 pump of the 04W to get my shade match. So now I kind of want to see if it's buildable to get a little more coverage. And I'm gonna go in with my beauty blender because I kind of want to see how it blends out with a beauty blender as well, because it actually makes a difference. Like some foundations you can't go in with a beauty blender because it just doesn't do what you need it to do. So I kind of want to test that out and see how I feel about it. Okay, yeah, I would use a brush for this foundation. It looks a lot better. So far when I'm looking at it in my mirror, it's not drying me out. It's not creating any dry patches, and it's not leaving my skin dehydrated. So far it's doing exactly what it says it's going to do, which I'm really happy about. But I also just want to see when I set it with my concealer and everything, is it still gonna do what it says it's going to do? Because I needed to survive a full beat before I can give it my overall approval, if you know what I mean. So my first impressions of the foundation is so far, I really love it on my skin. It's definitely, like it said, a very natural finish. It's not matte, it's not drying, but it's not a dewy foundation either. It's not settling into areas where I have a little texture, so little dry areas on my skin. It's not settling into that. My skin looks really flawless. Like I'm not mad at it. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna just go ahead and do the rest of my face, and I'll give you guys my final thoughts. All right guys, so this is the final look. Super random, but Max sent me this lipstick and it's called Shocking Revelation. And does it not look exactly like Flamingo Acid by Fenty Beauty? Like, yes, I'm so here for the spring vibe. So thank you, Mac, for this lipstick. I am obsessed. But yeah, back to the foundation. Now what I have to say is it did take my bronzer, my concealer, and everything went on it very flawlessly. As you guys can see, my highlight and everything looks bomb. So like honestly, I can't say anything bad about this foundation. It gives me a very natural finish, so it's going with the vibe that I'm trying to go for this spring, is to look like, you know, slay, but like not too caked, you know what I mean? It has time for looking over caked in 2019, okay? But my final thoughts, is it dry skin friendly? 100% it is dry skin friendly. Like right over here is where I have the most texture in my face and the scaliness, and it didn't make any texture in my face. My face looks super hydrated. Now I'm gonna wear it the rest of the day and probably like tell you guys what I think. Alright guys, so I just went ahead and ran some errands and I came home. It's been like 8 hours now since I originally applied this foundation, and this is what it looks like. As you can see, it still looks pretty amazing. It hasn't creased that much in my smile lines, which is pretty awesome. Normally with other foundations I would be creasing a lot more than this one. I love how it looks. This foundation has definitely survived its wear test and it has successfully won in my books. Okay guys, so I'm currently editing this video and I just thought, Jasmine, you have all the foundation shades. You should probably swatch them for everyone at home so that they can see it and kind of see the shade range, everything like that compared on my skin tone, just to give you some good swatches, you know? And also, I kind of want to see for my own curiosity how diverse and inclusive the shade range is. So yeah, anyways, let the swatching begin. All the way at the end, we have the darkest shade, which is 06 Neutral. And then all the way at the beginning is my shade, which is 04W, which is the shade they sent me. Okay, so based on the swatch that I just showed you guys, I would say their shade range for now is really good. So overall, I would say for a first launch, it's a great range. Hopefully they do plan to extend it even more. Now, I'm not sure if they ever do plan to extend their line even further. I hope they do, because the formula is so great. So if they can extend their range to be as huge as something like a competitive company, which would be Fenty, they would be excelling in my opinion, because the finish is beautiful. And I feel like a lot of people would love this finish, because I kind of feel like we're leading towards the more natural finish instead of the overly caked foundation. Like, people don't want that anymore. Overall, I would say they're very inclusive. Like, I wouldn't say anything bad about them, but there's always room for improvement. That's what I could say. You know what I mean? I hope you guys found that swatch helpful. Just showed you guys literally from my shade all the way to the deepest shade. I didn't see the point of swatching anything lighter just because I feel like there's videos for that out there already. I hope you guys enjoyed this little swatch and aka wear test as well. And let's get back into my final thoughts. So this foundation is a light to medium coverage foundation. It is not a full coverage foundation if that's what you're looking for, but it is supposed to give you a very natural finish. It's supposed to give you a natural glow, like just enhance your natural skin. If that's the kind of foundation you're looking for, this one is for you. So I'm not mad at it. It just evened out my skin. It looks great. It feels great. It's not drying at all. So I give it a 10 out of 10 on the Jasmine dry skin scale, okay, which I'm really, really happy about. So if you have dry skin and you want to try a new foundation and to add to your collection, make sure you give this foundation a try. I hope you guys enjoyed this little short foundation review. If there's any other foundations that you guys would like me to try to see if it is dry skin approved, let me know in the comment section below. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you hit that subscribe button and also hit that like button to help my channel. And as always, I'll see you guys in my next video.
Ladies and gentlemen,